Hello guys, welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, IISc, Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, a dream college for many GATE aspirants. But eventually, many GATE aspirants are also preparing for GATE, just looking into the mind the factor of PSUs because they are little confused at how the placement is going to be at IISc, and not only IISc, how the placement will be in the top IITs, because after putting of hard work, even if they manage to get ranks under 30, under 50 or under 100, go to, they compromise PSU, but they go to IISc or IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi. But how the placement is going to be, students are worried about that. Some students are in dilemma, some don't know the clear picture, right? So, I have myself passed out from 2013 IISc batch. My batch was 100% placed, but still students doubt what is the situation right now. So that is why, today I have a very special guest, Mr. Hitesh. And he has joined IISc in 2021 because he qualified GATE in 2021, with All India rank 30. He joined IISc. He is on the verge of completion of his course. He also wrote the GATE this time. Okay. 2023, he got All India rank 15. So, since he's almost on the verge of completion of his master's course from IISc. So, Hitesh, first of all, welcome to this show.
Thank you.
So, Hitesh, just I want to have a small interaction with you regarding how the placement of batch has been. Okay, what is the average CTCs that you can summarize? Okay, be it your branch. So Hitesh, let me specify this he's from Department of Electronic System Engineering, DSE, right? But since my time and even today, I believe the placement for DSE and microelectronics branch, they go almost combined. And now a new branch is also introduced, that is
electronic product design.
Electronic product design. So that they are also having combined placements with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so guys, what is the placement procedure? How difficult it is or how easy it is to get placed? Let us hear out everything by Hitesh now.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the intro. Like you said, the placement scenario, when it comes to the number of people placed, it is more or less the same.
Right.
So I can that 100 placement will be there if it is electronics related branch. So we have currently 3 disciplines in DSE Department. One is electronic engineering, micro VLSI, and the newly added branch that we have we added the last year, it is electronic product design.
Right.
So be it any of the 3 branches where the people in these 3 disciplines are currently getting 100%, that is for sure.
Right. So, as you mentioned, 100% placement record, Hitesh. And to the students, let me also mention one important. Hitesh is also the placement coordinator for this current year, right?
Yes.
So, guys, just stay tuned because towards the end of the video, I will also tell you what are the different companies that have come for recruitment and overall what is the average CTC. Hitesh himself is recruited in 2 different companies. What are they?
Sir. Actually, I got placed in Texas Instruments, which is MNC. I think most of you are well aware of it. And I also got another placement from Tenstorrent, which is a startup on Risk 5.
Okay.
And the average CTC would vary. It is more or less, it is like more than 30 lakhs.
Okay.
And the base salary would vary from 16 lakhs to 22 lakhs.
All right. So, getting offers of CTC on an average above 30 lakhs is definitely phenomenal.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
And because you're averaging out for 3 different branches, microelectronics,
Yes,
DSE and electronic product design. So, let us talk about the placement procedure. Suppose a company is about to come to recruit you. So, what will be the formality? Any written test or directly interview, GD, PI? How many interview rounds? Tell us complete story about that.
Yes, sir. When it comes to the procedure, it totally depends on a company. Some people written test followed by interview. Some people prefer CV testing. They want us to upload the CVs, and based on the projects we done and based on their recruitment procedure, they will shortlist some of the CVs, and based on that they will conduct the interviews. And when it comes to the written test, it is a straightforward kind of thing. They will mostly the written test, they will focus on the digital, as we are from VLSI background, they will focus on the digital and a little bit of the GATE syllabus. So it is like even after you got into the IISc or IITs, you have to be strong in those fundamentals, because ultimately if you are focusing on placements, you have to clear the exam. That is the first step.
Right.
So you have to be thorough with the fundamentals, like I said earlier. So even like once you are done with the written test, there will be different rounds of interviews. There will be like 1 or 2 technical interviews depending on the company, and after that at last you will be having 1 HR interview. It is like more like a generalized discussion. In that you will get the questions like where exactly you want to place and what is the seat. It is like they want to test your general not the technical side of thing, but your how your attitude, everything, and how you will behave in terms of like when you are under extreme pressure, etc.
Correct. As per the input you gave me, combining all three branches, micro, DSE and electronic product, approximately 70-75 students are there.
Yes, sir.
So can I believe that officially all are placed, or one or two candidates are left?
No, sir. It is like 100% placement I can
done.
guarantee. Yes.
Okay, sir. So great to know, because Hitesh is current placement coordinator. He has the complete data also, so everybody is placed. So these written tests, are they really difficult, or if like GATE level or little above that?
No, sir. It is like almost 60 to 70% they will focus on the GATE syllabus itself.
Right.
And the rest of the syllabus they will focus on the advanced digital concept that you will learn on the MTech.
Because in MTech you learn the courses of digital VLSI or digital system design. Okay.
Yes.
So you enhance your knowledge automatically there.
Yes.
So that means, do we need to put a lot of extra efforts to qualify the written, or it's easy going?
No, so when it comes to the written, it is like more or less, if you clear the GATE exam, if you are good with fundamentals, you are done with it. It's like you're more or less done with it.
Right.
And when it comes to the interview, you have to go through a little bit extra effort.
So let's talk about interviews in detail. How long do they go? Do they have technical rounds? How many technical rounds, or do you have any HR rounds also? What is the interview scenario?
Yes, sir. At max, we can have 2 technical interviews, 2 to 3 technical interviews followed by HR interviews.
Okay.
So when it comes to the technical interviews, they will focus on if it is a VLSI background, digital VLSI, they will focus on this, especially this timing parameters. These clock domain crossing concepts are there.
Correct.
So it is like they are very important, and they will also focus on this Verilog design, like how to write a Verilog design and how not to write a Verilog design.
Correct.
It is like they will focus on the corner cases that we often leave at the end.
Correct. Yeah, but I think if you have studied your courses thoroughly in IISc, so this design area becomes really strong for us.
Yes, sir, it is definitely.
So is the placement scenario even similar for electrical, computer science, etc.? They also have 100% placement records,
yes, sir,
because many other branch students will also be waiting to listen this.
Yes, sir. It is like when it comes to this computer science, electrical, electronics, even we have this AI department, almost 100% placement I can assure.
Okay. So when does this placement season usually starts?
Yeah, it usually starts, the written test starts at the end of the September.
Okay.
And it will be
means when you're in second year, third semester, somewhere around September.
Yes, sir. It's like when we are in third semester, somewhere around September it will start. And by the end of the October, everything will be over. Like almost everybody will be placed.
So within a span of 1.5 months, the show
it is
over.
Like unlike in IITs, what is the scenario is like they'll conduct all the written tests in the month of November, October, and they'll have these interviews in the month of December.
Right.
But when it comes to the IISc, the written test followed by interviews, and everything will be over within a span of 2 to 3 weeks.
Correct. So that's great. So in that 2 to 3 weeks, or let's say the month, how is the scenario in the college between the students? Lot of tension, lot of buzz going on.
Yeah, students definitely will be under extreme pressure, because most of the people are interested in placements.
Correct.
Yeah, it is there. There are people who are interested in research also.
Right.
But in the span of the 3 months, people will be under extreme pressure.
Right, because they've joined IISc, they've given a lot of hard work in the first year, because we know first year coursework really is demanding. Okay, it is not difficult, but that is time taking. That you have to put a lot of time in the first year. So at the end, definitely you expect placements, and you have to be tensed and you have to be worried about that. So what is the inputs from seniors you get regarding to the placement? Do you take any input from senior, or any preparation guidance from them?
Yeah, when it comes to the preparation, apart from the professors and their and the stuff we learned from them, the seniors helped us a lot. They have actually created a platform to read and to go through all the preparation materials.
Okay.
When it comes to the exam preparation, they have given us some materials. It's like it consists of the previous papers,
great.
Previous year questions, and the syllabus.
So that is hard copy or soft copy?
No, the total thing is a soft copy.
Soft copy. So that will be combining the previous questions of several companies.
So previous questions and the placement material, like some important papers, some concepts you won't find in the textbooks, but you will find in some research papers.
Okay. So based on their experience, they have collected the data.
Yes.
And of course, when you're going with slight preparation for placement, that is also confidence booster.
Yes.
At the end, maybe those same questions are not coming, or maybe they are coming, but at least you have a certain level of advanced confidence, because you have taken inputs from senior, you have prepared something, and then of course you are a GATE topper, so that confidence will always be there with you. Okay, Hitesh, so apart from the inputs, that materials that you get from senior, okay, you have learned several things in the first year. As I told first year is totally loaded and you learn a lot of things.
Yes.
So how those things help in placement? Is there any connection, or the things that you study is totally out of phase with the placement procedure?
No, so when it comes to my branch, they are actually in phase if I have to talk, because in the first semester we have 2 courses. Like in the first 2 semesters we have courses related to digital. One is digital VLSI and another is digital system design. So in that, apart from the placement perspective, there is a lot of learning through assignments and quizzes that they conduct. So in those 2 subjects we learned a lot, and that actually helped us a lot in the placement preparation. Because the topics I mentioned, these timing parameters and everything, the entire system design from the specifications to the hardware perspective, everything we learned in one subject, and the entire ASIC design we learned in another subject. And the good thing is the interviewers will focus on those parts actually, because they are actually essentially the basic and important things. And that we don't have to prepare from external sources. We learned it from our professors itself. So it actually matters a lot for IISc students.
Okay,
and
great.
Apart from IISc students, any students from different IITs or IISc NITs can follow the lectures. They are available in YouTube.
Yeah, available YouTube. And also an important thing specifically to your department, DSE. So even I know from my time that there are several professors in DSE who himself, they have worked a lot in industries and then they have turned back to teaching.
Yes,
so I think their inputs also will be very crucial, because they have worked in that industries like Nvidia, Texas, and they are in fact, they are teaching the students based on what industry demands. That is why the DSE department is very special in IISc, because the training you get is actually suitable, for what is the demand of the industry. And that is why the placement record is phenomenal, I believe.
Yes, sir, I agreed with your point, because they are not strictly following a particular textbook for a subject. They will extract different textbooks and their knowledge and the what exactly is the industry needs right now, and they will and even one more thing is they will update the syllabus time to time, and they'll update the courses time to time, so that we'll be able to cope up with the industry demands, everything.
Yes. And other than the courses, after the courses get over, final year you are mostly doing the project work.
Yes.
So any correlation of the project work with the placement, so that is independent?
It depends, sir. So mostly it doesn't matter. So it is fine if you're not interested in that particular, it is like a complete different set. So
the project is different. It is not necessary that you are going to recruit based on your project.
Yeah, actually, if you are doing very good project, say for example, you are interested in some analog domain and you are doing some very good project in analog domain, then definitely they will consider some points from your project.
Right.
It doesn't matter even if you do some other area project in some other area. It is okay, because eventually you may not work in the same field when you go into the job. So they will actually test your fundamentals and the knowledge based on the questions they have and based on the field they want to.
Right.
So it is okay if your project doesn't match with the things they need.
Correct.
So it is fine.
So great. Matlab, in and all, placement, you have spoken a lot about this. One more question I am getting immediately in my mind. You have talked about written test and its level.
Yes, sir.
Interviews also, they can be 2 to 3 rounds. But how difficult is it an interview? They ask fundamentals, so they scratch up everything to the details.
No, so they'll start with the basics, and at times they'll go to the next level also.
Right.
But if you go through the entire preparation, if you follow the placement preparation material, and if you are good with the GATE fundamentals and the fundamentals in digital system design, and some concepts like this clock domain crossing, etc., you can answer the questions, and at times they will ask some numericals also.
Right.
You can solve that if you are good with these things.
So as you mentioned that you have now 2 offers in hand. One is Texas and one is Torrent, which is a startup.
Yes.
Okay, so what eventually you are looking forward, or you have made a decision, or you are not clear still?
Yes, I'm in a bit chaos, but actually I'm interested in this computer architecture design right from the beginning of my placement preparation. Right. So my option mostly will be Torrent, which is a startup based on RISC-V.
Okay, great. So all the best for your placement record. So in and all, just we have spoken a lot about placement. In and all, just one simple statement: how your life has been at IISc.
Yes, sir. It is fantastic. It is like you can observe a complete different change from before. You can say that before IISc and after IISc, because when it comes to the learning or when it comes to your personal life, you can observe a complete different change.
Right.
So all this is possible because of the GATE examination and how you performed in GATE examination. So I suggest better to focus on GATE.
Correct. And let me tell you guys, Of course, GATE has both the opportunity. It's your angle. You want to go to PSUs because the factor of safety is much there because PSUs sort of semi-government organizations. But, even if you want to go to the private organizations, if you want to stick to the core and you want, especially electronics, electrical students wanting recruitment in companies like Texas, Nvidia, Intel, all this is possible only through IISc or top IITs. And the placement records, definitely most of the top IITs for these companies is more than 30 or even for some of them it is more than 40 lakhs per annum. So that high packages you will not get at PSU. So it's your call. Both are good options. Okay. PSU, safety factor, government, sort of government organization, but IISc, IITs, okay, core, MNCs, but very high packages can be offered. So be assured about placement, and that's what it is. So thank you for joining us. And also, Hitesh, let me, after this, I'll just present the data to the students. What are the companies actually? I want students to know what are the companies they had visited and what is the average CTC for the 2023 batch of electronics. And even I believe it is electrical or computer science also, they also have pretty much 100% placement.
They are also getting the placements.
Correct. So guys, let's move to that data now. So guys, as we mentioned that Hitesh is also the placement coordinator of Indian Institute of Science for this batch 2023, and that is why I've got some more inputs from Hitesh, and even Hitesh was mentioning the same. Guys, have a look into these companies which came for the recruitment of VLSI sector. Yes, combinedly for the branch of microelectronics, electronics product design and Department of Electronic System Engineering. We have, Silicon Labs, Cisco, Qualcomm, Nvidia, Texas, Analog Devices, Samsung, AMD Processors, Max Linear, Revos, the 10 Torrent, which is a startup, and then the Juniper Networks, Intel, MediaTek, and EdgeQ. Now, most of these companies have the CTC over the range of 30 plus, right? And if I show you the average CTC, okay, if I show you the average CTC, have a look into this figure actually in front of you. The average CTC that has been offered, 100% placements are done for this year for all VLSI students, and that I've got for VLSI. It is applicable for other branches also like computer science or electrical or etc. But yes, the average CTC is 31 lakhs. Okay, of course, some of these companies will offer ESOPs and shares also in the CTC, but I also have one more data which I will tell you separately, that yes, even if you count the average CTC of these companies, excluding the ESOPs, excluding all these things, it is still around 27 lakhs per annum. So guys, never be doubtful about any top IITs or Indian Institute of Science Bangalore. Once you go and enroll for master's degree there, 100% placement assured with the average CTC. This is the official 2023 data. This is not 2021 or somewhere before that. And I'm not even talking about my year data. This is the current year, the data that I've got, with little bit input from the Hitesh. All right, guys. So guys, always stay motivated. Now, GATE has both the options for you. It is your call whether you have to go for PSUs or whether you have to go for masters, but at the end you are going to get a very bright career. So guys, if you like the video, do not forget to put your attendance. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe to BYJU'S Exam Prep channel, because more such informations, because this is the very crucial time people are thinking to take MTech admissions or PSU joining. So all such informations about important PSUs, important IITs or IISc will keep bringing you. Stay subscribed to BYJU'S Exam Prep. Thank you. Stay safe.